Hey everyone, welcome back to Chart Stoppers. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on the chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you can know about any stock before you buy or sell it. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. This is for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. Okay, so before I get into the chart, just to let you guys know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have any recommendations for a video, leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell to know when every new video comes out, so you can get notified and not miss any videos. Okay, so with that, let's get into the chart. Today we are going to be looking at Microsoft's chart. It's currently sitting at $218.29. Today is January 8th, 2021. And I'm going to start on the daily chart here. I'm going back to July of 2019. Before COVID, obviously, as you can see on the chart, this is COVID right here. The big dip in the middle really took the price down. So I'm going to go back to there. As you can see, the low right here was 119. So I'm going to start back here to get my first low and work from the bottom up. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to get my line here. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to try to connect it somewhere in here where COVID happened, just to get a bottom of my chart so I could work my way off of that. So I see an area in here, where there was some price consolidation, where it was running sideways for a couple months. So that's a pretty good support area that I could see. Looks like it's around what do we got here? It looks like 135. I'm seeing around 135, so I'm just gonna go with that. It's running through my COVID candles. I'm just gonna put that there for now. We could we'll just zoom in real quick just to see what we're hitting here. See if we did any good here. We could always move it up or down, once we zoom in. I'm just going to move. It actually looks like we did pretty good here. That actually looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. We're just trying to get the bottom of our chart, so it's at 136.25. I'm just going to move it down to 136 as close as I can. That's pretty good. We're not trying to be exact here on that one. Just trying to get an idea of the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty good right here. Okay. So we'll work our way up from that. We're gonna move our chart over, zoom out. And we're going to work in this area right here, see what we got in here as a resistance off that bottom support. So let's get another horizontal line, see where it tops out at over here. It tops out at 190.65. So I'm just going to come down a little bit, try to get a connection in here, move it down a little bit more. I think this looks pretty good in here as a pretty good resistance to my support on the 136, where the price just kind of dove off of that. It was kind of because of COVID, but you know, it also moved a little sideways over here for about a month before it broke through, so we're going to go with that. Okay, so I'm going to be moving up from this one right here. I'm going to try to find my resistance now off of this support here. It has now become a support level because once a price breaks through a resistance, it becomes a support area. So I'm going to be moving up, grab another horizontal line up here, and I'm looking for resistance up here in this area. Let's see what I could find here. And it looks like I find it right about, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let me get that out of there. Whoops. Okay, so I got my line. I'm going to look to drop this thing right at about 200. Because I can see by looking over here, I have some dips in the price and it comes down to that. So I'm going to drop it right at 200 because I see the price right here drops down and then continues in an upward trend. So I'm going to drop that right there. Okay, so I got that line in and I'm going to come up here. I'm going to grab another horizontal line and I'm going to be looking for a new resistance off of my 200 support area now because the price has broken through that pretty quickly. So I'm looking for a new resistance area for my $200 support area now. So let's see here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Whoops, didn't mean to put my line there, but I'm going to have to leave it there for a second because I got to zoom in. And let's see what happens up here. What do we got? Okay, so we got the price going up, comes back down, comes back up, comes back down until it comes back up eventually to this all-time high and then jumps back down. So I'm going to be going, what do we got here? What's this price? This is 215 in here. Looks like 210. I'm gonna put it at 210 in here because as you could see, yeah, 210 is gonna be good. Yeah, it looks like 210 will be perfect. So I'm just going to throw that in there at 210 because you could see the price comes up, gets rejected down, tries again, and comes back down before it ultimately goes up to that all-time high. So that's where I'm going to leave that one. Over here we could see, you know, after it broke through and came up to the all-time high of 232, it came back down into our area here of, you know, support. Broke through our resistance here at 210. And we're going to need to put another area of resistance up here, one final one to top off our chart. Because this is now, this area at 210 is now a support line. So let's put one more in and that'll finish our chart off. And then we'll give a price prediction at the end of what I think this stock is on pace to do right now, given the trend right now. So let's see here. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to try to find a good spot to put this. Let's see. I'm just going to move it up. I see a couple candles over here I could connect it with. You know, it looks like I'm just going to put it on the top of this far right one over here. And that's just going to connect me with these two right here. And this one also. I'm not worried about the wicks. I don't want, you know, when you're you know, it's more important to try to hit the bodies of the candles as close as you can. You don't really want to try to hit the wicks. But for that one, I mean, I had 3 almost on the body here. Well, 4 actually, so that was nice hits there. And then this one, you know, came up, touched it with the wick, and then got rejected down. So, you know, that's a pretty nice top off to the chart. And then it's been on a downtrend ever since it came up and got rejected off there. It got rejected right here, as you can see. That was back in November. So, you know, it's on a downward trend right now. But, you know, we're talking about Microsoft stock here, guys. I mean, as you can see, this is our chart when we zoom out. You know, this stock, it's one of those stocks, it's just like Apple. You know, it's a very good stock to invest in. You know, you just throw some money into it and you expect your money to grow year over year. You know, it's just one of those things that, you know, you don't even have to look at it pretty much. You just throw some money into it and you're expecting, you know, at least a 30% return, you know, year after year. So probably bounce off this support and probably head back up. Probably past this 227 again. And at least blow past this all-time high, probably into the 240 area here. You know, sometime in this year, probably around, let's see here, if you know, you could always draw a trend line too, and if you're using the support and resistance, just make sure, you know, you're connecting it with I usually try to connect it with my low in my area, and then a couple the low of my top candles. So you see how I got my low here, I'll connect it down here, and then I'll connect my low at the upper candle, and that'll give me my trend line. So you see, that's how you do a trend line right there. And that's the expectation of the stock. So as you could see over here, you know, in April, you should be probably hitting that 240 mark with this stock. So that's when I would expect probably sometime around the middle of April, you're going to be up into that 240 mark with this stock, because it's one of those stocks, I mean, it doesn't move fast. It's a slow moving stock, but it moves up continuously. So it's a good stock to put your money in. And there's our chart, you know. It looks pretty nice. I like it. I like what we did here. It was a pretty easy one, you know, to map out. Whoops. You could always tell, you know, if you're right on these things, you could always go into different time frames and recheck everything to make sure. I mean, our trend line's a little off here. That's not going to look right on different time frames. You know, we could get rid of that on this. But you could always recheck your support and resistance lines on different time frames, but they all should match up on any different time frame you choose, you know. So just wanted to let you guys know that. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have a request for a certain video on a certain stock that you would like to see, please leave a comment below, and I'll try to make that happen. So thank you guys for watching Chart Stoppers. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.